10 ways travel makes people happier than money. Contrary to popular belief, traveling around the world is not as expensive as you might think. People from all walks of life can travel to different countries and even live abroad for many years at a time. However, people still put traveling on a pedestal, this unattainable feat that you can only have after you become rich. Studies have shown that traveling is actually happier than having a lot of money. If you decide to travel instead of just focusing on making money, you may be happier and more successful. Here are some reasons. Welcome to Well Life, the best place where successful people come to get inspired. Number 1. Lasting memories. Can you recall every piece of clothes you've ever bought? What about every snack, toy, and other item you purchased to make yourself happy? Consider the last time you were on vacation. Your most recent vacation is likely to be fresh in your mind. You recall the joy that traveling brought into your life. The enjoyment you obtain from a tangible thing wears off fast. However, scientific studies have shown that the enjoyment you get after traveling lasts considerably longer than the high you experience after purchasing anything. This does not have to be a lengthy vacation. If you're on a tight budget, seek for attractions in your immediate vicinity. You might be astonished to discover museums, art displays, and parks nearby that you were previously unaware of. Number 2. You might save money. When you're planning a major vacation, you're aware that you'll need to cut back on spending money to go traveling. On example, if you know you'll be visiting Disney World soon, you may want to save money for meals and souvenirs, so you refrain from purchasing new clothes. The more you travel, the more frequently you'll be in this saving mode for the thrilling experience that awaits you. After a while, you begin to shift your perspective. Those tiny expenditures that used to bring you delight are now impeding your ability to enjoy your life. It gets simpler to save money if you have this mentality adjustment. Number 3. Personal growth. Getting to know oneself is one of the most important things you can do in life to make you happy. The more you mature, the simpler it is to deal with adversity. Personal development can take years, even well into adulthood, at times. Getting to know and appreciate oneself is an important aspect of the human experience, but many people put it on the back burner because they are too preoccupied with job. By traveling, you learn a lot about yourself. You'll realize what makes you happy and where your priorities should be. Throughout your trip, you will discover a lot about history and the rest of humanity. It provides you a viewpoint that opens up your thinking in ways that remaining at home cannot. Number 4. Traveling makes you feel rich. We said before in this post that in the United States, relatively few individuals take vacations because they are too busy working. So when we see our friends traveling, we instinctively think they must be wealthy. Paid time off is extremely difficult to come by, so we think they must have a wonderful work that gives them a flexible schedule. Most individuals feel that unless they become wealthy, they would never be able to travel. Traveling may, in fact, be extremely inexpensive if you plan ahead of time. Skyscanner and other websites may help you find incredibly low-cost flights. Hostels are only $10 to $20 per night, and you can establish a strict budget. And if you're fortunate enough to be able to work remotely, you may live a jet-setting lifestyle for the same price as renting an apartment. But there's no disputing that as soon as we publish photos on Instagram and other forms of social media, you'll feel wealthy in comparison to your pals who can't afford a vacation. Physical items, such as a new pair of shoes, will ultimately be discarded. No one, however, can take your vacation experience away from you. Number 5. New friendships. Money cannot buy love, and it certainly cannot purchase a real friend. Friendships are quite vital for happiness, and you may require the addition of new pals in your life at times. Traveling alone allows you to meet new individuals in ways you would never have met before. When you're alone, you don't rely on anybody else as a crutch. You will be forced to reach out to others. This is why organizations such as Contiki exist. They bring together young single travelers wanting to meet new people. It is possible that your geographical location is preventing you from making excellent mates. They believe you are the sum of your 5 closest friends and family. So, if you want to achieve, you must surround yourself with other happy, successful individuals. If you are currently living in a place where everyone around you is unhappy, your only choice for making new friends may be to travel. Number 6. Break from the norm. Work may be quite monotonous at times. It's easy to become bored and dissatisfied if you do the same thing every day. This is why the expressions "live for the weekend" and "thank God it's Friday" have become so popular. It should come as no surprise that individuals are driven by money and go shopping to get a rush of enthusiasm. They believe that if they had more money, their lives would be more exciting. It may also assist to relieve the issues they are experiencing in their current circumstances. Traveling allows you to diversify your lifestyle. Suddenly, you're doing something entirely different than you're used to doing on a regular basis. When you're on an adventure in a new state or nation, there's no time for boredom. Taking a break from your usual routine allows you to feel rejuvenated when you return to work. Vacation planning might also give you something to look forward to when things become tough at work. Number 7. Kids get an amazing experience. If you have children, traveling may provide them with an unforgettable experience that they will remember for the rest of their life. They'll tell their pals about their trips, which may help them connect with others who have had similar experiences. Your children will remember traveling somewhere new and interesting as well. Children absorb knowledge from their surroundings like tiny sponges. You might spend money to send your child to the greatest schools in the world, but there is no substitute for real-world experience. So, by exposing children to history, culture, and other ways of life, they will become much more open-minded and interested about the world at large. As a result, kids are more likely to mature into successful, well-rounded adults. Number 8. You appreciate your home more. Sometimes it feels like you're stuck in a hamster wheel, working extremely hard but getting nowhere. So, if you want to travel, you generally want to get as far away from home as possible. But, no matter how enjoyable a journey, there is no substitute for home. This is especially true if you return to see your pets, family, and friends. Home is where the heart is, as the cliché goes. When you take the time to travel, you will undoubtedly enjoy the slightest details about your home. It may be a neighborhood eatery serving delicious meals or the coziness of your own bed. These are the simple things that may make you extremely happy when you realize that you should enjoy these minor nuances in your daily life. It's often difficult to appreciate something until it's gone. Number 9. Building social skills. When you travel, you may visit a nation where you do not speak the same language. If you are alone and need assistance determining your destination, you may have no alternative but to approach someone who does not speak English. Some people find this a frightening concept, but it challenges you to come out of your shell. If you're young and on a limited budget, you'll almost certainly have to stay in a hostel. This means you'll have roommates and it'll seem like you're going through college all over again. It rapidly reminds you how to be more social if you have been resting on your grown-up laurels. Overcoming challenging social circumstances will help you acquire communication confidence. When you come home following your trip, you will find it much simpler to mingle with others in your everyday life. Speaking to people in your daily life is simple compared to living in a nation where you don't know the language. Number 10. Fun. The most apparent reason why individuals prefer travel to money is that it is more enjoyable. You get to travel to a new location and have a fresh experience. Many individuals like visiting a well-known monument, amusement park, or museum that has long been on their bucket list. Shopping, on the other hand, may be enjoyable. Spending money on things you desire is usually something you do on your own. Traveling, on the other hand, is usually done with friends, especially if you're going to a unique location. This may be a lot more fun than doing anything on your own, and it is a far better use of the money you have worked so hard for.